Everybody here, this is Lambo Cal Rizzy, and today we're going to talk about finishing moves. Finishing moves. Cue the finish him sign, so just play that audio.
Finish him.
Hell yeah. Much like the Shining or Burning Finger from G Gundam and the Gigas Drill Break from Gurren Lagann, you know that when this move goes down, it's about to go down. They're about to get in somebody's ass, Larry. But anyway, rider finishers are almost always the battle enders against the main kaijin of the series, in which the riders would finish off their opponents with a powerful attack, resulting into a badass explosion our heroes would turn around and pose into. I should be worth noting that as the series progresses that these moves actually become more powerful as the series goes on, allowing them to kill multiple enemies in one shot. Considering that we have so many different riders in different forms, they have that many number of finishers. Every finisher that a rider has is usually different depending on what form or what weapon that they use at the time. But no matter what different rider finisher you see in the franchise, you can always classify them into three categories: martial art finishers, weapon finishers, and rider breaks, or finishers done on their motorcycles. Starting with martial art finishers, these finishers are usually the standard finishers of riders, and they come in the forms of kicks, chops, and punches. Kicks are being the most common and are always used by a rider at least once during the appearance, regardless of what form that rider is in. It's introduced by the granddaddy of all riders, Kamen Rider Ichigo, and this attack has become the signature attack of Kamen Riders in the entire franchise. More often than not, when you see a kick or you think of the kick, the first kick that you think of is the flying side kick. It's the easiest one to remember. However, those kicks can be substituted for other ones, just as Kabuto used the roundhouse kick for his finisher, while axe kick was used by Gills for his. Punch finishers are somewhat uncommon yet completely straightforward and be considered the second most common finisher ever to be seen. Introduced once again by Granddaddy Ichigo, these are just super strong punches that usually obliterate the enemy with one hit. Most often than not, you'll see it as a Superman punch, but as the Heisei era grown on, we've seen them do amazing jabs just like Agito would, or a nice hook like Paradox Knockout Fighter form would use. Even rarer than that is the rider chop, and once again Granddaddy Ichigo made it, and I don't see it much. The only time I think I've actually ever seen it is Kamen Rider Ichigo and Kamen Rider Black respectively. Yeah, that's it. That's all I can say. You get chopped real hard and you blow up. Moving on to weapon finishers, the name makes it self-explanatory. It's finishers done with weapons. Starting off with the first one here is Rider Slash. The Rider Slash is nothing more than a slash that a powerful rider uses while using a sword. A lot of people will tell you that the Heisei era, you only seen it in Kuga first, but in actuality, you can even roll backwards into the Showa era and check out the power arm of Rider Man. And then follow that up with Kamen Rider Black RX's Revolcane. Those did it first, technically, but examples of this that you may know from the Heisei era would be someone like Kamen Rider Brave or Kamen Rider Sword. Rider Shooting is the next one that's on the list, and it's a powerful shot from a gun that a rider uses. First seen with Kamen Rider Black RX, but seen in the Heisei era by Kamen Rider Kuga, it's just a big blast that usually obliterates the opponent in one shot. You can see this more often than not when you see guys like maybe Kamen Rider Snipe or Kamen Rider DN, or even Kamen Rider Drake. Finally, we move on to the rarest of the weapon finishers, the Rider Thrust, a powerful thrust with a pole arm-like weapon that a rider uses. It was first introduced in Kamen Rider X in the Showa era and has become quite rare to see in the entirety of the franchise, much like seeing a cute girl who's actually into Kamen Rider. That made me sad. And now we go on to rider breaks. Rider breaks in and of themselves are usually just Kamen Riders using their motorcycles to strike the enemies. It's easily, of the three categories of types of finishers, it's the rarest one of them all. If you thought the Rider Thrust was rare, no. This one's super duper rare because it's been overshadowed by the martial art and weapon finishers in terms of use. But the rider breaks that stand out to me are the ones from Kamen Rider Ryuki, being that of Kamen Rider Knight and Kamen Rider Ryuki's Survive form's final advent attacks. They just stand out to me because I thought it was really weird why they were using a bike and not their body. I was young and dumb, okay? It should be worth mentioning that the difference between the Showa era and the Heisei era is that the Showa era was just used to say Rider Punch, Rider Kick, Rider Chop, Rider Slash, this, that, and the third, and what have you. However, in the Heisei era, the finishers have been given specific titles, much like the final events of Kamen Rider Ryuki, the Exceed charge of, I'm not gonna say his name, and the full charge of Kamen Rider Den-O, just to name a few. And that's everything I know about finishers. If there's anything I missed, don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section below. And also in the comment section below, let me know, what's your favorite type of finisher? Do you like the slash, the shooting, the punching, the kicking? You let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys want me to, I will happily do a video of my top 5 favorite finishers that any Kamen Rider has done ever. If you want, just let me know. And hit that like button if you want me to do it. If you treat me the same way my mother does, all you have to do is just pester me long enough and I'll do it. Other than that, I'm Lambo Calrissian reminding you guys to keep calm and toku on.